Welcome back to Untold History Channel. Today, we're taking you through one of the most beloved holiday classics of all time, It's a Wonderful Life. But as always, we'll leave out the climax and any major spoilers, so you can still enjoy the magic of the film if you decide to watch it. Let's dive in. We begin our story in the small town of Bedford Falls on Christmas Eve. The town is in turmoil as the townspeople send their prayers to heaven, asking for help for a man named George Bailey. This urgent call for divine intervention reaches the ears of a few celestial beings, who then call upon an angel named Clarence. Clarence, an angel who hasn't yet earned his wings, is tasked with helping George, and to do so, he needs to understand George's life. We flash back to George Bailey's childhood. George is a kind-hearted and adventurous young boy, always dreaming of traveling the world. However, his dreams are often put on hold because of his sense of duty and responsibility toward others. A pivotal moment in his early life occurs when he saves his younger brother, Harry, from drowning after an accident on a frozen lake. But George loses the hearing in one of his ears in the process. Despite this, George grows up to be a man full of compassion and integrity, always willing to help those around him. As George grows older, he continues to dream of leaving Bedford Falls to explore the world. He plans to travel and get an education, but life has other plans for him. When his father suddenly passes away, George is faced with a difficult decision. Instead of pursuing his dreams, he chooses to stay and take over the family business, the Bailey Brothers Building and Loan. This business is vital to the townspeople, as it provides them with loans to build and buy homes, keeping them out of the clutches of the greedy and heartless Henry F. Potter, the richest man in town. Speaking of Mr. Potter, he's the film's antagonist, a wealthy and unscrupulous man who wants to control the entire town. He's always trying to find ways to take over the building and loan, and he doesn't care who gets hurt in the process. George's resistance to Potter's schemes makes him a target, but it also earns him the respect and admiration of the townspeople. In the midst of all this, George falls in love with Mary Hatch, a woman who's always had feelings for him. Their romance blossoms, and they eventually marry. George and Mary settle down in Bedford Falls, and together, they begin to build a life and a family. They even restore an old, rundown house into a beautiful home. Despite his unfulfilled dreams of traveling, George finds happiness in his family life, though he still struggles with the feeling that he's never truly accomplished what he wanted in life. Years pass, and George continues to run the building and loan, helping people in the town achieve their dreams of homeownership. However, things take a turn for the worse when a financial crisis strikes. Through no fault of his own, George finds himself in a desperate situation, facing the potential collapse of the building and loan. This crisis brings George to the brink of despair, and he begins to question the value of his life. And this is where we'll stop our recap. What happens next is the heart and soul of It's a Wonderful Life, a story that explores the true impact one person can have on the world around them. If you haven't seen this timeless classic yet, now's the perfect time. It's a story of love, sacrifice, and the immeasurable worth of every individual, especially when they touch the lives of others. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more recaps of your favorite films. See you next time.